Heineken is a delicious carbonated water beverage that everybody should try once.
I can't stand Heineken. I fucking hate Heineken.
I can't wait to drink this weekend, man. I haven't had beer in like months.
What is wrong with you? Jeez.
I am ready.
I haven't had beer.
I haven't had a single beer since I came to your house, Mauricio. And I only have one.
Dude. That's sad, bro.
Yeah.
What are you doing with your life?
Being married. All right. So next one.
Sounds terrible.
I can't believe I said that too loud. All right.
Well, we're gonna end the podcast early now, guys.
No. Welcome back to the 46 minute.
Let's get it.
A protection brought to you. No, wait. A podcast brought to you by ASOS. What I meant to say.
All right.
See you fucks.
Man, I was expecting to hear like a bunch of like different singles.
Sports.
Were you expecting? Did you want me to give you the Keem? The Hawks are a winning fucking franchise, all right? Fuck.
Yo, he got so heated.
What a great episode. If you haven't seen it, it's going to be a link down below. Go take a look at it.
It's
just
so good.
The first 15 seconds is the greatest thing I ever seen in my life. So good.
Will we get in trouble for the TV?
Well, fuck ESPN. All right, it's gone.
All right. Cool. So we haven't potted much since our like prediction episode of the Euros. So the group stage is just finished. We now know the round of 16, and we have a lot of shit to talk about.
What a ride, dude. Let me tell you, all throughout the group stages, there were some games that, make you jump out of your seat and you're watching 2-3 different games at the same time. Sometimes been 4, but today's games, the group of death, I had one game here. I'm working on this one here. I'm watching something else on my monitor, and I cannot get my ass off of both of the games. I just kept doing this and this and this. And then the more exciting part was that all the goals that were being scored were like almost synchronized. And so at some point, Portugal was out, and then 2 minutes after, Portugal was fucking second, and then France dropped to second, and then all of a sudden Hungary scores another one against Germany. And they were in second. And I'm about to lose my fucking mind. I'm like, I need to fucking take a shot or something to relax. But today's games were absolutely outstanding.
I mean, it was tough because you don't want to win the group. You want to get second so you can play England. That's what everybody wanted to do.
Basically, that was the thought.
It was a chess match, and the managers kept having to check their phones to see which place they were in.
Yeah.
See if they needed to score another one or maybe hold back a little bit.
When it gets pretty, man. It gets really pretty. Oh, and we got the quality soccer that we had today, which was fucking amazing.
Well, congratulations to Germany.
Yep.
Well,
you're the ones that got England.
Yeah.
They gave up what might have been. It's not as good as that half field goal from like day one, but that header whipped in early by Hungary during that game was disgusting.
Yep.
The German defenders need to go home,
they're non-existent right now.
Figure out what the fuck is going on.
Ginter didn't step up. Matt Hummels is just getting older.
Those were both they were both on the same guy.
Yeah, Rudiger. It's like you just won the fucking Champions League and you don't want to play. All right, cool.
Yeah. All right. So the biggest story from the Euros, I think we can all agree, is the incident that happened with Eriksen. We didn't talk about it like we talked about it on one episode, but it never got uploaded because of audio issues. Eriksen, who plays for Denmark, everybody who watches this should already know, had a heart attack on the field, cardiac arrest.
Fully heart attack.
And his doctor came out and said that he was actually gone, and they brought him back.
Yeah, it was scary. I don't know if you guys were watching the game, but when you see somebody who, you think athletes are like super healthy and like nothing's ever going to happen to them, and when you see him just fucking drop, like just plummet like a sack of potatoes, you're like, oh my fucking God. I mean, I thought he was gone, and he was indeed gone until he got, picked back up. Definitely scary scenes. One thing that I fucking loved, it was the captain, Simon I don't know how to pronounce his last name, Simon, whatever, the captain of Denmark. He basically,
like Kaiser or I don't know,
so some Danish bullshit, but he was the one that called everybody to make like a human chain around him, just in case that was Eriksen's last. He didn't want that to be shown on TV if that was his last minutes, and I thought that was fucking class.
Yeah, I mean when you saw that
bullshit from ESPN for trying
to get the shot, like what the fuck.
Yeah, it was. I mean, like I said, I've said this before. I understand what the cameraman was doing. He was trying not to get fired.
Right.
But they definitely could have like gone to the people in like the central, Euro location where they're all just chit-chatting.
Right.
Which probably would have been more appropriate. Although at the time, didn't really know what was wrong with him, but that drunk step is usually a sign things aren't going well.
Yeah, your ticker stop ticking.
When you're not drunk.
Right. Yeah, it's just that the way that he fell too it was very scary, man. And I'm so happy that he bounced right back from it. Like the next day he was fine, but definitely scary scenes. And what the captain did, I thought it was just master class. Like that's what a captain does. You know what I mean?
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, and Eriksen already has like a pacemaker.
Yeah.
Now the next question for him is the fact that apparently Italy has very strict laws when it comes to these type of things. So he's never going to be able to play in Italy again.
Because of the pacemaker?
Yeah. Like when you have like a heart attack or something like that, they sit down. So he might be able to go to a more progressive country to play.
Right.
But I think his time in Serie A is done.
Damn, dude, that sucks.
I mean, it sucks, but on the flip side, look, I don't know if his doctor's gonna ever let him play again. So look, this happened like a couple weeks ago. And there have been players who have died on the field. I know it happens.
Yeah, it was their very first game too. I have a quick parenthesis on that. Did you guys think the game should have continued?
No, that's where I was going to next.
Okay, yeah.
So another part of the fallout was the fact that UEFA threatened the Danish team to say like, hey, if you guys do not play this game today or tomorrow, you forfeit.
They would have had a loss, and then it's an automatic negative three goal differential added.
Thanks, UEFA.
So when the players came back out and played, you know how that went. They ended up losing. Schmeichel had a egregious blunder.
You got to fuck up. He wasn't in it. Nobody was in it.
Yeah,
I mean,
and you can see it in his face. And then it was like it was reported like they talked to Eriksen. He said he was fine, and then he wants them to come back and like win the game. And then they were like, the players decided to come back. I mean, they left out the part that they didn't have a choice.
Basically, I mean, I understand that they talked to Eriksen. Perhaps I think it was like an hour time where there was no game, but you didn't just recover from seeing your friend, your brother, almost somebody who you campaign with, you've trained with somebody you probably look up to. You don't recover in an hour, even though he's telling you that he is good. Mentally, you're not going to be there. Lucas Schmeichel, he fucked up probably, and I want to say 100% because of that, and that cost him the victory. In my opinion, that game should have not been played that day. Fuck whatever UEFA says, but I mean, even 2 or 3 days after, I think it would have been a better call. But
or even even next day might have been too soon. I mean, way the group stages shook out, they could have played, postponed that game and played it I don't know, during one of the other matches. Look, the final matches are all played simultaneously. So as long as they could have fit it in some way that everybody agreed to, it's a bad call by UEFA. I understand why they do it. Everybody gets the same amount of rest or whatever bullshit. But in the same token, that's so every team is equal. You're putting out a team that's just seen their, fellow teammate have a heart attack on the field.
Right.
How is that fair to them? Like, throw everything else out the window. But look, it's one of those things. UEFA is gonna they're going to pretend they're going to do an internal investigation. They're really going to look at it, and then
it's fucking idiots, man.
They're never going to do anything about it.
I did want to bring up one other thing that I feel like I noticed, and I saw other people talking about it too. It's the fact that Germany had all home games. Did you guys notice it?
Didn't Germany play in
two out of the 3 were home games?
Really?
And it was at the same exact stadium.
Or was it the Allianz? Yeah. Interesting. I didn't notice that.
Yeah,
I think so, Hungary's first game was in Budapest. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I saw them
had
play.
2 games in Budapest.
I saw them play in the Allianz.
So, like when they played, I believe it was France and Portugal. It was in Germany. Because I remember, like one of the a streamer that I watched who's Portuguese was like, "Why the hell is Germany playing at home? Like all the big games are playing at home." I was like, "That. I mean, shit. That kind of makes sense."
I didn't notice that. Another thing tying UEFA to Germany, I believe it's you guys the article of fucking UEFA being stupid about everybody, including Neuer, wearing a rainbow flag armband in honor of Pride Month. Supposedly there was a complaint from the Nationalist Party of Germany that still exists that complained to UEFA, calling that a political movement. So they're like, if we're calling that a political movement and you have a rainbow flag armband, why can we also promote our political movement? So UEFA was like, well, we're gonna look into it and investigate and blah 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 blah. The way that I think is gonna shake out is that they're just gonna fine Neuer like 30,000 euro or whatever, and the German football association is just gonna pay for it. And
I thought there was nothing that was coming of it.
Well, nothing yet. They're still investigating. You know how UEFA does. I haven't seen anything come out yet, but I think that's the way that it's gonna end. And which I think is stupid as fuck. But
I also think the way the Euro Stadium shook out just happened that a lot of teams played home games, so they didn't have to travel as much. If that was possible, because they had like Wembley's one, the Allianz was one.
They stopped the investigation.
Stadio
they did. Okay, so it ended up in nothing. Thank God.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid ass, just intolerant people. Like it's just a fucking armband, dude. Get over it. Go fuck yourself.
The Nationalist Party.
Yeah. You believe it still exists? Jesus.
Yes. Yes, I do.
All right, James.
All right, hold on. I was going through it to see. So like, so you guys like match day 1, you played France, and it doesn't say where that one was. But
you talking about Germany?
That was in Germany. All right,
Munich, right?
That was in Germany. Portugal. That game was held in Germany. So France and fucking Portugal, the 2 biggest people out of your group, you played at home.
Allianz. That's awesome.
I think each group only had 2 stadiums to play in.
Oh, and against Hungary, you played at home.
There was no Budapest game?
All your games were played at home.
No, I know that. So the Hungary's first game was in Budapest. I know that.
Yeah, but I'm talking about Germany, like playing all their games at the same exact stadium. So they never left.
Well, that's probably for COVID reasons, I'm assuming.
Yeah, but still.
Minimize travel.
Well done, Germany.
Like, because I was seeing like Portuguese fans complaining about it, and I was like, oh, really? That's weird. But all right.
And with that advantage, only 1 win. What does that tell you?
I don't think there was a. I don't know if there was a stadium in Portugal that they played in.
I don't think so either.
There was there's the Pukas, the Baku, the Johan Cruyff Arena. That's a great name.
I love that one. It could have been a thing of COVID, only use the bigger stadiums.
Or and minimize travel as much as possible.
Right.
So
right. Already you couldn't play in. No,
I thought Portugal wasn't letting people play there.
I think it was either that. What about England? No, where the final is in Wembley.
Yeah, Wembley and they moved it.
They moved it to Portugal.
Right.
So you can play in Portugal.
I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. All right. So
we're gonna open up an investigation and come back at you guys with.
So let's review our picks.
On
the group stage, and then also we can discuss our most impressive team / player.
We have to though, because I kind of didn't like. I was very off.
I mean, at the end of the day, you each got 3 wrong, and I only got 1 wrong.
All right, James.
So out of 16, though, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I got 1, so I got 15 out of 16.
Yeah, but let's not forget that you didn't know what Tierney's from. Get out of here.
I give a shit. I got it right?
Only because you thought Tierney was on the team. But
yeah. Fucking lucky pick. Anyway, go for it.
I mean, you fuckers like told me I was wrong right in the moment, so it wasn't. All right, whatever.
You stood your ground and it paid off, didn't it?
Shut up. From Group A, I had Italy and Switzerland going through. Ryan and Mauricio, you both had Italy and Turkey. Turkey obviously didn't make it.
Turkey did not. Look, it was the dark horse pick. They have the right players, I think. Just too young. Yeah, they played some really disorganized.
Too little.
They didn't play fast enough. And they honestly, they came out like that first game gangbusters. Like they looked really, really good in the first half. And then they never got it back together for the next 7 halves. So they just I guess they didn't have the right chemistry. I'm not sure. But
to be fair, I did say they're a very young team. To be fair. But I did say they're a very young team, and that tends to happen when you have inexperienced players. While they're good at the club, regular clubs, they might not be good at a bigger stage such as the Euros or the World Cup and stuff like that. But I think they didn't win a single fucking game, but it is a team that if they stay together and have some decent type of coaching, in a few years they're going to be something.
We'll see them in 2024.
Yeah.
Or that.
Yeah. It's only that's crazy. So the World Cup's going to be next year, and then 2024 is going to be the next Euro. So they even kind of are at an advantage having gone out like they did, in that they're going to be right back together on the international stage next year.
Yep. All right. So Group B, I had Belgium and Denmark. Ryan, you also had Belgium and Denmark. And Mauricio, you picked Russia and Belgium.
Spasibo, man. Fucked up. I thought Russia because I had this rush of I remember. Yeah, sorry, I didn't lay that one up. I was gonna say that I had
two dudes that have dad jokes.
I was gonna say that the rush that they gave me during the World Cup could have carried over to the Euros, but evidently didn't. They at least won 1 game, which was cool. But I think we all agree on Belgium, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which they won what? All the 3 games?
Yep.
Slowly but surely, there they are.
I mean, but in fairness, Russia only got kicked out because of goal differential. Every single other team only won 1 game in that group except for Belgium. So
get the fuck out of here, right?
So I mean, when they lost, they didn't lose well, and they didn't score. So it's
they didn't lose well.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you lose gracefully 1-0, you walk away. You're like, all right, we'll try again tomorrow.
Nope.
Nah,
we're gonna lose by 5.
Yeah, it's not good.
All right,
but look, in the same vein, Russia is a hit or miss team to begin with. Like nobody expected them to play the way they did.
Wild card, yeah.
So,
yeah, but the last World Cup was in Russia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're home cooking.
Wait, they had a St. Petersburg.
I mean, they made it out of the group stages with literally no one.
Yeah.
So that's why I was impressed with that team, and they mostly have the exact same team. So I thought they would have been able to do something. But you bring up a good point, Ryan, because they did just as good as the other 2 teams,
but worse,
but a little bit worse. They got scored on a little too much.
Just a little bit. All right. So Group C, I had Austria and the Netherlands, and you both had the Netherlands, Ukraine. All those teams ended up going through. So wash.
It is. Right. And North Macedonia, I'm sorry.
You did say
the only thing I want to say about them is fucking FIFA. damn price ranges. Like, god damn it. It's like as soon as like they put out this SBC that you need North Macedonia or whatever, like players, Macedonia.
Who even plays for North Macedonia?
Exactly.
You know, it's like you know that one guy.
No, like they require 5 players, right? And all these fuckers are like 20K on fucking FIFA now. Like,
yeah, because there are only 4.
Yeah.
I do know Alioski, who plays for them, and that is,
I don't know a single one.
I mean, there's a lot of I's at the end.
Isn't there like a dude starts with a P?
Pavlov?
Papadopoulos?
No, I think Ryan said it.
Goran Pandev. Pavlov's dogs, whatever. That was close.
Ukraine definitely let me down though. I thought they had a stronger team than they did. What was the game that I watched that I was like, oh yeah, they're not for.
He got a what is it called when the players sit on the side? The walk of honor or whatever?
Benched.
No. Like when they took him off. And the players were sitting there and they were just clapping. That was cute. And cool. Like he was about to cry because I think it's gonna be like his last game with the national team.
I mean, except for the 2 players on Ukraine, and I neglected to do full research. I was like, oh, they got Yarmolenko. They'll be fine. But they got Yarmolenko and Zinchenko, and then
Marlowe.
Like that's their team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like it's almost as frustrating as watching Portugal and realizing they have a 49-year-old who is basically their entire midfield. And you're like, oh, that's why they're not great. What's his fucking name?
Carvalho?
No. He's 100 years old. He's got one name, Pepe.
Oh, he's a defender. He's a defender, but yeah.
Hey, center back.
He's a center back who is 99% of their passing.
Dude, Pepe's so old. Has been around.
The best center back they have now is Ruben Diaz, because he won Prem Player of the Year.
Well, Semedo's pretty good.
Nah,
you're just salty.
No. Let me be fair. All right, so with Semedo, right? I don't blame a lot of the goals were scored on him. But group I blame the coach for that.
Okay.
Because the way he had the team set up was fucking horrendous. If you look at when he played Germany, they had both of the center backs guarding one person, and then there was 2 people on the right side, and it was only one right back over there, and then another person on the left, and they're all looking inward. And then it was just balls like lobbed through over the top.
No, but that's because Germany plays with 3 in the back. Germany plays with 3 in the back. He should have changed that tactic.
Right, but he never did.
Yeah, well, mistakes were made.
Like Semedo just kept getting cooked. And then if you look at the game today, Portugal versus France, Semedo held his own.
Yeah, that's right.
It's almost like tactics are just important as your quality of players.
Imagine using tactics. It's
crazy. My God. That's crazy. You're like, oh my God, they're playing 3 in the back. I'm not changing anything.
Jota is selfish.
Huh?
Jota for Portugal is selfish. There was a couple goals that if you'd have just passed it, like Ronaldo was wide the fuck open.
True. Ronaldo, so far, nothing crazy. Am I right?
5 goals.
Already has 5 goals.
Yeah, he has 5 goals.
I mean,
fuck.
Yeah. One was 2 penalties today.
Yeah, one was 3 of them have been penalties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have had more if Jota would have passed him the fucking ball.
We can't let him be.
And they benched Bruno today.
Bruno Fernandes, I saw that. Yeah. I mean,
it worked out.
The midfield is kind of
The coach doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
But as long as we're here, let's just go through Group F.
Dude, they need to get Nuno up in the Portuguese national team. Nuno Espírito Santo.
Wait, he was the coach and he got dropped for whoever the new coach is, right?
He was the coach for Portugal?
I am 90% sure that he was the old coach.
All right, so while y'all look that up, I'm gonna go through Group E.
Okay, Group E.
Or no, wait, Group D. All right, so Croatia, England. We all had them going through. They all went through. So we're all good there.
I think that was a pretty easy one.
Yep. Then Group E, we all had Spain and Poland. Poland let us all down. I believed in Lewandowski, and
Man, yeah, but here's the thing, though. There was only Lewandowski to believe in, and nobody else. They got a draw, though. I thought it was pretty impressive.
Yeah, they should have won.
They should have won. Yeah, Slovakia kind of surprised a little bit. I forgot what's the guy from Napoli with the crazy hair?
Hamsik.
Yeah,
he doesn't play for Napoli anymore. He plays for like some
for?
random team, like a random ass team.
Okay, well that's why I remember him.
I was wrong. I thought he coached.
No, you're wrong. You thought, you mean he should. That's what he does at the Wolves anyway. He just hires every Portuguese person ever.
Yeah, he just coaches the Portuguese.
Yeah, might as well. He is a coach of Portugal. Yeah,
I think maybe that's why I was confused. Yeah. But he's not with the Wolves anymore.
Yeah, he's out.
He's out.
All right. Because wasn't he about to get the Spurs job? But we'll talk about that later.
Nobody knows.
All right. So Group F, which we were just talking about. I had Portugal and France.
Did we just skip over Group D, or
we did? We already went through D, and we went through E, and then we're on F.
Yeah, with D, we both agreed, so there's not much to talk about other than
we all said Croatia and England.
It's coming home.
No, it's not. They're going to be out. They're out next game.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, they're out next game.
Raheem Sterling is going to carry that team to victory.
No, he's not. I sent you the memes already of Raheem Sterling.
Well,
Raheem, pass it. He's right there. He's wide open. Pass it. Don't fucking die. Motherfucker.
What do you mean?
Wait, hold up.
It's coming.
Group E, none of us thought that Spain was gonna pass as second. We thought that it was a clear first, right?
Yeah,
because of the way that they had the group so easy.
I watched the first game with Spain, and they dominated. It was at one point in the first, towards the end of the first or the second half, and they had like 91% possession.
Right? Versus Sweden?
I don't remember.
Because that was a tie.
No, they played Poland first, I think.
They didn't win whatever game that I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
I think they dominated in terms of like they had 90% possession.
They tied with
they had like 20 something shots.
I think 1-1 or 0-0.
Their finishing was just terrible.
Yeah, they couldn't score.
They've tied twice. Well, this is the whole thing about Morata, because everybody was like, he's the only striker that we have, and the coach still wanted to play him.
Moreno too. Moreno's pretty good.
Where does he play again?
He plays for, I think, Villarreal.
Gerard Moreno, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. But I think all the pressure was put in Alvaro Morata, and he didn't. Because if I look at it now, I think you're right, because the only thing that they're really missing it's strikers.
Yep.
Somebody in the missing role. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody who's gonna put in David Villa, somebody who's gonna just bring it in, bring it in.
Missed the pen today too, but I mean, it was a good save. Missed the pen. But when he got subbed off, he did get like an ovation from the crowd, which is nice.
That's fair. It is funny though that they were only able to win one game and being in such an easy group. Which then, are they gonna be viable in the next round, or are they just gonna go home? What's gonna happen?
I mean, you see how they played today?
Yeah, they fucking destroyed them.
Yeah, I mean, the goalie helped with that fucking. He spiked the ball into his own net, man.
It's a FIFA goal.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Like I saw it last weekend. All right.
Not for the group of death.
I'm also happy about the fact that they played Pedri like the whole game. So Pedri's getting a lot of run.
I mean, as long as you get burned, you'll get better.
Yeah. I mean, as long as they don't burn him out like we did.
Also,
like during the season.
Just briefly, can we just appreciate how good Saka is for that English team? Fucking
didn't watch it.
Everywhere, all over the field. Their one goal last game, the first one, was just because he was everywhere and got the ball to the right people, and they scored.
Saka and Sterling
because like
key to England.
Yeah, so they're gonna be so fast. If that, like I said in the previous pod, if that team can do the thing that they need to do, because they're all mostly young and they've all grown up together playing youth league for the English team, man, they're gonna be good.
I'm still trying to figure out why Southgate hasn't started Sancho at all.
I know. I noticed that.
Probably because he didn't need to get through the group.
There was so many points and times throughout their games where they needed offensive like firepower, and they just had Sancho just sitting there.
I mean, maybe he's hurt. I don't know, but I guarantee you, when they need him, he'll be on.
Yeah, Sancho's a huge. He shouldn't be a fucking sub, but
his name isn't North Fence. It's Southgate. He knows what he's doing.
Terrible.
Sancho should have started should have been in the game before fucking soccer. All right. So Group F. I picked Portugal and France. Ryan, you picked Germany and France, and Marisa, you picked Germany and Portugal. They all went through. So whatever.
Also, Hungary, 2 points. Good on you. Good on you. They individually made that entire group worth watching.
Yeah.
Because of their play. If they hadn't gotten those 2 draws, it would have been wide open for 1 or 2 teams in there.
And they had everyone by the balls today. Everyone was looking at Hungary.
So good. Yep. And the Chile is there's 2 guys with the same name with a different accent, and I'm gonna butcher it. Give me a second. I gotta figure out which one has which accent.
From Hungary?
There's Shalai.
Shalai, yeah.
Spelled the exact same, but Salai. Those 2 made that whole team worth watching.
Shalai, it's like I know him because he plays for Mainz and the Bundesliga,
and the other guy plays for Frankfurt, I think.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not even
gonna play for Red Bull.
Oh, maybe
no. Keep the other one. There's like a couple that play for Red Bull. I think it's like 3 players that play for Red Bull.
I'm sorry,
he's a defender. Right?
He's a midfielder. He plays for Fenerbahce. My bad. But those 2 linking up was fun as shit to watch.
Yeah, like I said earlier, today it was everything I expected from the Euros. Me going crazy, looking at 2 fucking screens, doing very not work at all because I just couldn't.
And shockingly, it was the Hungarian national team that provided all of it.
The most entertainment in the group.
I can't say the name. SZOBOSZLAI.
Now you're just making shit up now.
Well, SZ in Hungarian is just S.
Oh.
It's just pronounced
Sobosai.
Jobajai?
Jobajai.
Yeah, and S in Hungarian is the sh pronunciation. So now you know.
Fun fact, do you know how to say kiss in Hungarian?
No, but I do know how to say squirrel.
Well, how do you say squirrel?
Mokush. Squirrel.
Oh, kiss in Hungarian is pussy.
I did know that actually. Mama, pussy, mama.
All right.
I did know that. So now we know how to say the word kiss and squirrel.
Squirrel.
For next week's class.
Congratulations, to all the Hungarian soccer fans or whatever. You almost made me forgive you for all the cards in FIFA going for 15.
Okay. Let's be on a serious note, though. They carried the entertainment of the group. They had me on my fucking toes today, thinking that I'm about to fucking witness history. Think 10 years from now. Remember that time the Euros when Hungary fucking eliminated, Portugal or whatever, or Germany, however you want to check it out. And I was like, this is a great.
Yeah, if it had been France, because Portugal beat France and then Hungary beat Germany and France was at the bottom of the group. Oh my
that table,
which they were for a hot set. Oh my God.
Know, and it was like, oh shit! Now Hungary is gonna make it, and what about Germany? Oh fuck! What about?
That would have been right.
Now? Yeah.
You said that France is gonna be the one to crash out, but
it was crazy, and we owe it to Hungary.
Yep. All right. Great. So the last 4. I said Germany, Sweden, Czech Republic, and Wales. They all went through. I only missed Poland and Ukraine.
Did we
So
all
I
miss
said
Poland?
Poland's going in, but the Ukraine actually made it, huh?
Did we all miss Poland? Did I
Yeah,
call Poland
we
too?
all missed Poland.
Damn, they let us down, huh? Lewandowski, my man. Come on.
Yep. So, and you both actually you both missed the same three. You missed Turkey, Russia, and
Czech Republic.
No, the Czech Republic made it. Turkey, Russia, and who else? Oh, and Poland. Yeah. Duh.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Louis can't carry that team by himself.
He almost did.
He tried. He tried valiantly.
He tried. Yeah, that's what he does, man. But
look, Russia and Turkey were always that third team in their group, and neither of them played particularly well.
Not a good enough third.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on right quick to the most impressive team / player. So you guys have any thoughts of like somebody who stood out? It can be a team or a player. Doesn't matter.
I mean,
for me, I'll say Goossens from Germany. It got to the point where like the reports coming out that like Barcelona is looking to sign him.
Is he still playing for Atalanta?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit, Barca wants him.
Goossens definitely stepped it up. I don't want to sound biased, but I think it's very well known that Goretzka and Kimmich are the essence and the soul of Germany's midfield, which I say I don't want to be biased because then I think about Bayern and how much we need to fucking protect these two players. We can't have any of that oil money being thrown at them. No fucking Barcelona money, no fucking Man City money. We need to fucking protect these two players because just like they do for Germany, they do for Bayern. So to me, that pairing them up in the midfield, just like they did at Bayern, has definitely helped Germany. So I think those are that combination of Kimmich and Goretzka. It's what I've been the most impressed with.
Okay.
I mean, obviously for me, hands down, Hungary, their performance throughout the Euros, fine. Also, Italy, who is comprised of aging superstars, but aging. I think their starting forward is like 31 or 32. They didn't lose a game in their group. They did everything they needed to top their group, and they're kind of on a roll. I mean, they didn't even lose a game by accident. They didn't
even have Verratti for the first two games, right?
They rolled. So I'd be a bit concerned in the round of 16.
I feel like they had an easy group.
Well, sure, right, but that's what Spain should have done.
And Hungary should have lost. Hungary should have lost to, or should have tied with nobody in the group of death, right?
Right.
So if you're in Italy and you're on a 3-game run, those are harder to stop than if you're, last day 2-2 ties with Hungary, right?
Yeah.
It's a different caliber. So, I mean, I thought that group was going to end a little bit differently. I thought Turkey was going to play better, but maybe the group was just better than Turkey, right?
Yeah.
I was shocked at how well Italy played, given their group, because Switzerland.
Well, they're going to get through the next game too, because let's move on to the round.
Oh wait, hold up. Who was your most impressive? The team or the player that impressed you the most?
Goshen.
Oh, Goossens. Okay, yeah, you said that. Never mind.
The team, like you got everybody. I think here is going to pick Hungary because we didn't expect any of that.
Yeah.
So the round of 16, the first game, Italy versus Austria.
I mean, Austria played First of all, I did not do my due diligence in looking at below the surface who their team actually was. Arnautovic, Alba, Sabitzer, like solidly built squad.
Yep.
From a country I often forget exists. That's my fault. That's my fault. I'm an 80s baby. So I for a while I was like, it's not Czechoslovakia anymore. Czech Republic. I get these wrong all the time. Dude, they're a good team. I don't think they're Italy good. So
right.
Imagine Italy's going to roll. But
the fact that Italy just breezed through that group with similar teams because I would put Austria in the same category, then Wales, Switzerland, not so much Turkey now that I've seen them play, but the way that the Italy breezed through that group, I think is pretty obvious. Unless the football gods just want to make me sound like an asshole every time, that Italy is just gonna, give them a good 2-0 and then send them home.
And also, Arno was out for a game because he's got a problem with the certain peoples.
Yeah, it's so stupid. But
yeah, so explain that because you sent the article, but I don't know what the hell's going on. But you're picking Italy, right?
I'm picking Italy, yeah. So real quick, basically, Arnautovic's mom is Serbian, and then the keeper from I forget who they were playing. The keeper from I don't even remember.
Oh,
the Ukraine.
The keeper from Ukraine's mom is from Albanian descent. So from the Balkan Wars, we all know that Serbians and fucking Albanians have been beefing since the 90s for God knows why. And it's not the first time that this happens because I remember seeing Shaqiri during the World Cup. He did the same thing but backwards. So he is of Albanian.
There's the Kosovo massacre and the Kosovo war that happened for like a decade where they were killing women and children.
Yeah, the whole area is a mess.
So that was 1990. That ended in 99. So this is like still fresh anger.
Yeah, it shouldn't be shown in football. No, but sure. I think the sanction was the him missing a game was. I mean, just don't be that stupid.
It was probably fit, right?
Yeah, I think it was fit. But yeah, it's not the first time that happens. Like I was saying, I think Shaqiri did the exact same thing during the World Cup. Versus, I think he is of Albanian descent, so he did the flip. Then another shit. It's fucking stupid. That's what I'm saying. Shouldn't happen in football. Yeah.
So the next game, Belgium, Portugal. Who you got?
Holy fuck. God.
You know what? I'm gonna go with my gut. Belgium. Look, I don't. Portugal is only as good as Ronaldo's playing. I get that they have other pieces on that team, but like when he disappears, which he does from time to time, where he's not getting the service he wants. Obviously, they try and play through him, so they go as he goes. I think Belgium might take him out of the game, like just with the way that they play in the back. So I'm gonna go Belgium.
I'm gonna say Belgium, but I don't think that it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be easy for them to take him out. Because of Ronaldo. And yeah, he disappears when he doesn't get his way. He might throw a little fit.
I mean, if you frustrate him for the first 30 minutes,
you just gotta check him.
The whole of Portugal's and the whole of the Portuguese team's in trouble.
But it's also Ronaldo. So much like Messi, if Messi wants to play, it's a win.
Yeah, I mean, if he can also go off for 5, and I can look like an asshole. But
exactly,
I'm just going with my gut.
I'm going with Belgium. Yeah,
I'm picking Belgium because I don't believe in the coach of Portugal. He's probably going to do the same bullshit where he runs 2 CDMs who do the exact same thing. He's going to squinch in his defense, and the wingers for Belgium are going to destroy everybody.
That's fair as well.
And it's also there's also KDB there. And yeah, I don't see William Carvalho stopping him. Well, or Danilo.
That's the thing. So if you watch Portugal play, when they're doing what they do, it's Ronaldo in playing defense in the opposition's box and a counterattack where he is already the first person when you're hitting that halfway line. He is sprinting all the way down, counterattack, boom, boom. Ronaldo gets a penalty or whatever he does, right? The thing is that ball's not going to really exist because
Bruno's there.
Kevin De Bruyne is on the field.
It is a good matchup though in the midfield to see De Bruyne and Fernandes. That will be really good.
He's probably going to bench Bruno again,
which is fucking stupid.
But he did it this time.
Yeah,
I have to admit,
you know why? Because Bruno doesn't fit the way that they're trying to use him. Just like the same thing with Pogba at United.
True.
Like for France, they use him completely different. And look how he is. Like he's just like he's killing it.
And he's
also how many fucking through balls he did today.
Well, Pogba is also freer when he's playing for France because he's not the number one.
True.
But yeah,
Pogba's like number 4, which is
if Portugal had a different coach, I would pick Portugal.
Espirito.
Because Renato Sanchez is. I pray we somehow get him on the team.
Really? You want him?
Yeah, I really do. I love the way that he plays, but we'll see. All right, so
we're all going Belgium.
Yep.
Yeah, it's obvious.
And we're all going Italy too. So we're all on the same page right now. So the next one is Croatia versus Spain. I do want to add something first, something that's on the timeline. Modric saved Croatia, right?
Mm-hmm.
And on Twitter, there's this thing that's popping up apparently where it's Modric versus Iniesta.
No.
So anytime Modric does something like great, all the Iniesta like fanboys come out and then they just go back and forth.
Yeah, can we
kind of like Messi and Ronaldo, but like midfielders on a lower tier?
Okay, Messi and Ronaldo comparable. Iniesta and Modric not comparable at all. What
side are you on?
Iniesta, obviously.
Okay, cool.
Iniesta is one of the greatest fucking football players we've seen ever. Like the way he touched the ball, the way that he fucking if he could make out with the ball while he was playing on the pitch, he would. Like that's how much he fucking loved it.
When this game is happening, go on Twitter and just watch the war between Iniesta and Modric. It's gonna be hilarious. I tell you, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I am kind of split on this particular game because I thought Spain would do better. I didn't think Croatia would do as well as they did.
Well, Croatia didn't do that good. They have one win, one tie, one loss. That's I
didn't think they'd do as well as they did.
Okay.
I got to go with Spain. I don't want to.
Ole.
But it's just the level of talent, the disparity of the level of talent to me. Spain.
And they're starting to click.
Yeah, Spain should win. Obviously, Croatia has some sort of voodoo magic.
Some Balkan magic.
Yeah, like what? Like I don't know. Like why they are so good when on paper they are not as good. as they play better than they look on paper. But yeah, just for safety purposes, I'm going with Spain.
You know who still fucking pulls through for Croatia's fucking Perisic.
Oh yeah,
that guy is so fucking good. I'm gonna go with Croatian simply because if Spain started to click, they should have already clicked in the first 3 games that they had. There's no reason why Spain should have not won their 3 games, being in the group that they were. I don't think they are gonna click. I think if they had already clicked, it would have been game 2, game 3, maybe. And Croatia, huh?
They clicked in game 3.
No, there was an own goal and a bunch of nonsense.
There wasn't a keeper, bro.
They scored against the Ghost.
Actually, no, he made some good saves, man.
Look, I mean, that's a good game to come off of, but you're also going against
that is
Croatia.
It's a good game to come off of, and also it's a lot of young players who needed confidence. And then to see Morata come off the pitch and get that ovation,
that is a good point. That is a good point. I'm still gonna go with Croatia, though. I think Croatia.
I do want to add one more thing that you both completely missing.
What?
There was a sub in the Spain game.
Tuna or BC? No.
And I knew this fucker was strong, but goddamn.
Who?
Adama
Traore.
Oh, first of all, let me tell you, I've been watching. No, he doesn't work out. He doesn't work out.
That's just his DNA, bro.
That's how.
No.
He said he does like body weight stuff and just put on all that muscle. Also, he runs. He's the fastest person on the
pitch.
Fast as fuck.
Trust me, I get to watch.
Like, how can he be so like he's Bo Jackson?
He is.
He's fucking Bo Jackson.
True.
Look, I've been watching him play for Wolves for like 4 years now, and obviously I thought he was Portuguese for like I was
gonna say, is he the only non-Portuguese in the Wolves?
And watching him like come out of the locker room, I'm like, he got bigger. I I don't understand. Like he's tall, he's fast, and his hold up play is ridiculous. That being said, he misses a lot of shots that he should take.
I'm sure he did. But
I think we can leave it at he's really strong and fast. I think we can leave it at he's really strong and fast.
Yeah, he might have been the greatest baseball player of all time.
When he came on the pitch as a sub, the announcers was talking about how he had a story about growing up in the slums of Barcelona and how like all of his friends, instead of joining the gangs that were in the area that he could have, he's like, yeah, we just love to play football.
He was a Barca youth, right?
Yeah.
He's from
the academy. I'm like, wait, where the fuck are your friends? I'm sure they're strong too.
They were all drinking the same water, dude.
Yeah.
Right. Correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't he have a younger brother playing somewhere too?
I feel like it because I've seen like Traore in FIFA.
I love that James's
I put everything to
FIFA.
It's like a baseline of info, and then I just watch as many as I watch as many games as I can.
That's fair.
All right, so France and Switzerland. I think we're going France, right?
That is not even a question. Switzerland played very okay soccer, football.
Mauricio?
And I don't think
France.
I don't think they have a single bit of a chance. Not even this much.
Yeah, it's gotta be France. I mean, yeah, like I'm trying to make a case for Switzerland, but I really just
don't have to.
Yeah.
Xhaka takes out everybody.
True.
All right. The game that's going to get the most hype, even though it's not even going to be a game. England and Germany. Germany's going to wax that ass and send England fucking home.
What?
We all know this.
Well, much like the Scotland-England game, it's a historic game. Watching England play Germany, yeah, there's an obvious winner there, but because of the significance that it has in history, I can't for sure say that Germany is gonna win it, though.
England's getting ass waxed on live TV.
I mean, Germany has no defense.
Are they at least getting a bleaching right after?
Hey, if Germany wears white, yeah.
Germany has no defense, and that's concerning. The midfield, it's super stacked, but there's no defense. Mats Hummels does not run like he used to. Rudiger doesn't want to play football. And Ginter, who's Ginter? So besides having Neuer in the bag,
they still gonna whoop England's ass.
And you still okay. I'm gonna go with Germany, obviously, but I think it's gonna be a very close game. And
England doesn't play together.
But listen, I think it's gonna be a really good game, and we're gonna come back here in a couple of weeks and talk about how fucking great the game was.
We'll come back right after and be like, Germany whooped their ass.
It's a 10-second podcast.
5-0.
Damn, bro, 5-0. No,
it ain't coming fucking. Look, it ain't even home. They say the shit coming home. No.
I mean, I think it's gonna be one of the better games that we get to see this next phase.
England's getting their ass whooped.
James trying to be controversial here, man. I hope the fucking.
I'm being honest. They don't play together.
They don't.
Everyone's hyped them up for so many fucking years.
England by 100.
Okay.
That's all I gotta say.
England game 4.
4 own goals. That's the only chance they got. All right.
Damn.
The next game, I don't think any of us really even care about.
I don't even know what the other game is, honestly. What is it?
Sweden, Ukraine. I'm going Sweden because of Isaac.
I'm still gonna hope that Ukraine makes it through. I couldn't even tell you who's gonna win that game. Like, one
so Ukraine. You going Ukraine?
Win. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Ukraine, but with absolutely
Isaac,
zero.
Man.
Yeah, sure, but Zinchenko, man.
But Isaac, he's the Black Ibra.
Yarmolenko, Marlowe. I don't even know. This will be my pick just because I have to pick one. I couldn't care less about this game.
Right.
I'm going Ukraine as well.
Okay.
Any particular reason, or just because you have to pick? Or are we in the same
Just
boat?
because I have to pick, this one will probably go to penalties.
It's fair to say that whoever they play next, the other one is going to
win. It's this one, I think. Although it could be, the dark horse emerges after this game. So
Isaac gets a brace, and then he immediately gets signed by Barcelona.
Man's gonna dream.
You're the worst fan. Like he's
gonna get a brace, and then he's gonna get transferred. They're already talking about him.
You want 90% of the world's players on Barcelona.
I don't want Isaac on the team. Like at this point in time, because we just signed too many fucking strikers. I'm saying he's gonna someone's gonna put in right after this game. All right, next one: Wales and Denmark. I'm going Denmark for Eriksen.
Not for Tierney.
No, fuck you.
No, it's gotta be Denmark. Actually, I don't know, man.
Yep.
That's a tough one.
All right, Ryan.
I'm going Wales.
Okay.
Give me Arsenal, Tierney and Rambo.
But they've both been very mediocre in their groups. They've only had one win.
Gareth Bale can go off at any moment.
Yeah, why hasn't he?
Because Rambo has scored.
his one goal he's allowed a year. Oh, well, he's not with Arsenal anymore.
Yeah, no, he won the league last year.
That's true. Also, I don't care if I were to pick Denmark, it's only because of Eriksen.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Simple as that.
I mean, I'm not here to be nice. I'm here to be right. So,
so the next game, the final game, Netherlands, Czech Republic. We're all going Netherlands, right?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So we only have a couple more topics. They're going to be quick hitters, and then that'll be the end of the episode.
Sounds good.
All right. So the first one is we all learned to never put a bottle of Coke in front of Ronaldo.
Hey, man, you know how you keep that physique for that long?
Agua.
You're drinking sugary beverages.
Agua. They lost $4 billion.
Isn't that crazy, dude?
Yeah.
I thought it was funny because then they probably just gave him water that was bottled by Coca-Cola anyway.
Yeah. Isn't it Dasani? Isn't Dasani Coca-Cola?
Yeah. However, the impact that this man can have on a fucking multi-billionaire company, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I get it though. I mean, you don't obviously he hasn't had soda since he was like 5 years old. So why would you?
I don't think he's looked at a piece of cake in 30 years.
I don't think he's ever had candy. I don't think that man knows what candy is.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like looking at Tom Brady and being like, how are you still the way you are?
Right.
But there's a reason you are the way you are. It's because he probably looked at that Coke. He's like, fuck, that looks delicious as fuck. But instead, get it the fuck away from me. Look.
Agua. Yeah, I thought it was, I mean, I get it. He's one of the biggest and best athletes in the world, and there's a reason why he's that way. He's not gonna be fucking drinking Coca-Cola. He's not gonna sponsor it because they're not gonna pay him.
I guarantee you, Ronaldo at 55, he's gonna have a little pudge on him. Once he retires, he's like,
yeah, see him cruising somewhere in Portugal.
Yeah, just with like a big belly, like a Coca-Cola and like 14 pancakes.
No fucking way, dude. That dude's gonna die an athlete.
Oh,
yeah, but it is impressive though how much pull. I mean, and how influential he is. You know what I mean?
It's just like, if you think about it, like I could think of very few other athletes that have the same pull, like Kobe Bryant, LeBron James. Like if they're like, no, not this particular thing, watch out, because that stock is getting hammered.
So not only so there was another snub. Did you guys know that?
What, Ronaldo?
Okay.
I thought there was a water snub where like the Croatian coach drank a soda.
Nope. So Ronaldo did the thing with Coke, right? Coca-Cola bottle.
Yeah.
Pogba removed the Heineken bottle because it clashes with his religious beliefs.
But wasn't it a non-alcoholic Heineken?
Yeah, but it don't matter.
Sure.
It's the brand. All right. So looking at Ronaldo, cost Coca-Cola $4 billion. right? How much do you think Pogba cost Heineken?
5 billion because he's French.
I mean, Heineken doesn't have. I don't think they have half of the money Coca-Cola has.
So how much?
I'm gonna say 2 billion.
Okay. The answer is it's a trick question. They actually gained.
Yeah.
What?
They gained like they call it 1.2 points. Like from like so it's like they said like millions. So they earned millions.
Everyone's like, fuck you, Pogba.
Yeah. Oh, you don't like it? I love it.
Also, Heineken is a delicious carbonated water beverage that everybody should try once.
I can't stand Heineken. I fucking hate Heineken.
I can't wait to drink this weekend, man. I haven't had beer in like months.
What is wrong with you?
Jeez. I'm ready.
I haven't had beer.
I haven't had a single beer since I came to your house, Mauricio. And I only had one.
Dude. That's sad, bro.
Yeah.
What are you doing with your life?
Being married. All right. So next one.
Sounds terrible.
I can't believe I said that too loud. All right.
Well, we're gonna end the podcast early now, guys.
No. All right. So other big news. Ramos is leaving Madrid. I didn't like how they did it. He's like the one guy you can be like, all right, I'll give you 2 years.
Give him a live contract.
Like how Barcelona does.
I mean, I couldn't think of anybody else who plays for Madrid now that deserves it more than Sergio Ramos. Dude, he's been playing for Madrid as long as I've been watching football.
Yeah, like 2,400 years.
I'm 31 years old, and I don't
Ramos is Madrid.
Ramos is Madrid, 100%. And I understand that Madrid has their politics and the way that they treat players, but yeah, I could have made a little bit of a different case for this one. You know what I mean?
If the stories are to be believed, they offered him a contract. He was like, "This contract's bullshit." But when he went back, he's like, "I'll fuck it. I want to be here. I'll take it." They're like, "Oh no, there is no contract anymore."
Yeah, what it is that Madrid, I believe, his players have older than 35. Is that right?
No, 31.
Okay, they don't offer more than a 1-year contract, and he was appealing for a 2-year contract. So Madrid was
he didn't care about the money.
Yeah, we ain't gonna do that.
Look. I hope he leaves and Madrid just implodes.
Who's after him besides everyone?
Hmm?
Who's after him? I heard PSG and Man City.
PSG, Man City, shit, basically anybody.
Yeah,
like, but no one. He went to City.
Oh, that'd be disgusting.
You teamed him up with Ruben Diaz
and Harry Kane.
Shit,
but
even Liverpool.
No one's picked him up yet, huh?
No.
I think I'd be happy with him going to.
Wait, I don't think his contract's up yet. At the end of the June 30th or something.
Yeah, what I meant is there anybody who's definitely said, yeah, he's coming here? We don't know yet, right? I guess we wouldn't.
No, because he said he's taking his time. He just had the press conference,
and he's been on vacation for like 6 months. Like he's just been posting Instagram videos of doing deadlifts and like running with his dogs and shit. Like
that's awesome.
And he doesn't need the money. Like he's in no rush to sign anywhere, right? Mm-hmm. He's going to be somewhere.
Yeah. Where do you think he should go? Like if you were Ramos, where would you go?
If I was Ramos, I'd say the fuck out of the Prem, right?
Why?
Right?
Why?
Because Ryan Harold is just praying every night to stay out of the Prem, right?
I mean, he have a fucking
ball.
He's going to the Prem. I don't know where.
I think how old is Sergio Ramos now? 35, 36?
Really?
Yeah,
I don't think he's that old.
He's 35. He's 35. I think with Sergio
so it might
Ramos,
be the 35 then.
I think so, yeah. At 35 years old, having made the money and having the legacy that you have.
Oh, he's coming to Arsenal to get hurt. You're right.
With the legacy that he has and the amount of trophies and medals that he has under his belt, he can basically go whatever the fuck he wants. If I were 35 years old, which I'm almost sorry, I would go to a big name team where they're gonna pay me a shit ton of money.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 31.
So why you say you're almost 35?
Because I'm almost 35.
Closer to 35 than 25, bro.
Yeah. I think I will pick up a really juicy fucking contract for like a year or two.
Then
2 years, sure. So someone who's willing to pay like PSG, who they come up with money from.
Arsenal needs defenders like it was their fucking life depended on it.
Yeah, but your owner is an asshole.
Fair. This is fair. Just saying. I think Arsenal, Tottenham, City, maybe not Man U.
Not PSG?
I'm sure they would. I'm just thinking if I wanted to go live in London, whereas everybody seems to want to go.
For competitiveness, I think
you're right. It was 35.
It was 35. Okay.
Yeah.
For competitiveness, I would like to see him in the Premier League because obviously he's on par with that. But if, like I said, if I were 35 and on my way out, I might go to like PSG or Man City and cash in and cash out.
Miami FC or whatever.
Don't
Miami.
Don't ever come to the MLS, please.
Actually, Griezmann's coming in 2024, right?
Wow.
I mean, everybody
wants to play in the US. Yeah. Messi included.
Let it die, please.
No, Messi said he wants to go to the US too. And
here's a better idea. Nobody come to the MLS, let it die so we can rebuild it and make it better.
Bigger, faster,
make it better now while it's still here.
Just because Messi comes to the MLS doesn't mean that it's gonna get better. They're gonna sell more tickets, but it's not gonna get better.
And that's how they get better players, by having more money. So
yeah. And then you have all the other players are like, oh shit, I want to play with Messi.
Yeah, but all the European players that come here comes to retire.
Yeah, no, that's exact. We're a retirement community for.
Therefore, the MLS is not competitive. We don't have enough homegrown players.
When Griezmann gets here, like he's still going to be somewhat young. And then you'll have other players that are coming up. Like, I feel like it can be the catalyst for the MLS becoming the quote unquote farmers league. And then from there,
it's gonna be like a Chinese Super League where we pay a lot of money to go watch a Messi or a Griezmann who are on their way out.
I feel like players would rather much play here than in China.
China. But you know what pisses me off? That we are so fucking good at sports. Like except
this one,
except for this one, we know how to fucking commercialize sports.
Why don't we just start trading like a couple big NBA players for like a couple? Like we'll be like, all right.
Does anybody want Porzingis?
Right.
No, shut up. I'm already angry at this conversation.
Porzingis, by the way, I saw an interview of him speaking the most gorgeous Spanish I've ever heard in my life. Fucking
Porzingis speaks Spanish?
Dude, fucking flawless.
Huh.
Checks out.
You talking about Luka?
And Porzingis, both of them.
Oh, well, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody speaks fucking Latvian or whatever fuck they speak.
Well, doesn't Lucas speak like 75 languages anyway?
Yeah, you have to, because if only 8 people speak your home language, you have to learn the language of everybody else so you can communicate.
Hey, shout out Czechoslovakia, man. Whatever the fuck that kid's from. Anyway, what's next?
All right. So next, we talked about Madrid. Now, of course, I got to talk about Barcelona. Barcelona officially signed Memphis Depay. Thank God.
Good move. You needed a striker. You needed I always say this. I feel like
on a free
podcast, on a free, which is good. But Memphis Depay is in the same category than Lewandowski, than Haaland, than Cavani, than Suarez. A true striker, number 9.
Yep.
Who don't exist anymore, which is something that I'm excited for, because if you needed a player, it was somebody who played in that position, and I couldn't think of anyone better than Memphis Depay for you.
Especially if you love Traore. Memphis Depay is little, strong as fuck, and fast.
Yeah. So we got Memphis, we have Aguero, we still have Griezmann. But also, if you guys haven't heard, Tobias from La Liga, that fucker, came out and said that we need to get some wages off of our bill. Like, he's talking about Barcelona, if we want to keep Messi. Because Messi's contract expires on the 30th of this month.
And it's astronomical. Yeah.
And his last deal was 500 million.
Jesus Christ.
In terms of wages. Like, it was like 3 years, 500 million, something like that.
Yeah.
He's worth it. Like,
I know it's hard.
Brought the club way more than that.
I'm not disagreeing with that, but I think it's ciao time.
Yeah, it's nuts. What you say? You think is what?
I think it's adios time.
It's hard to say goodbye.
No, man, I can't.
I know you can't. I know you
understand.
can't. But you have to think of 5 years.
With Kobe. Messi's cool with like a bunch of players that stay with their club like the whole time.
Maybe he retires. Who knows?
Nah, Messi wants to come to the MLS, so I think he will stay in Barcelona for another like re-up for 2 years. Then he'll go to MLS. Griezmann will be there. Suarez is gonna go there, and then all of Messi, like you remember the Messi
screws. Yeah,
you remember the Messi's and Friends charity tournament.
Yeah,
all them fuckers that played there are gonna go to the US and just play, and it's gonna be Messi's and Friends at the MLS.
For a total of 1 season until they all leave.
Yeah, why wait?
The MLS is back to being the shittiest fucking league ever.
So then the final topic we have is we're going to figure out if we can determine who will be the Spurs' new head coach.
Espirito Santo.
It's been like musical chairs the whole time.
I think Espirito Santo is such a good soccer mind that it would make sense that Spuds do not sign him and they go get some idiot who comes in for 2 years. They win nothing still, and then move on to another coach. Espirito Santo is a genius.
And that's why he won't go to the Spurs.
He took Wolves from the doldrums to 5th this year.
Yeah.
Like just a good, level-minded, players love him. Players want to play for him.
Especially Portuguese players.
You know what's going to happen? What? The Wolves coach that's no longer the Wolves coach, he's going to go to the Portuguese national team. Then the current Portuguese national team is going to coach Spurs.
That's fine.
Really?
Because he's an idiot.
I just say that because I think that's the dumbest thing I could think could happen. And that's probably what's going to happen.
I don't want Gattuso to go there, but I think Gattuso will be a good fit.
Gattuso's not. You remember they were talking and then the shit was like, nah, never mind.
Oh, that's right. Did you see that?
That happened to everybody. It was like, oh yeah, agreement has been reached. Actually, no, because the taxes in the English Premier League is different from where he's from, and they couldn't agree on the taxes. Like
sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe bad.
It's fucking stupid.
And look, I think it all hinges on the Harry Kane going to Man City thing right now is I think what everything is hinging on. So Harry Kane stays, there'll be suitors lining up around the block. Harry Kane leaves. There's something else wrong at Tottenham. I think it's because they fucking suck.
They haven't won any trophies.
Again, it could be that they're waiting to see how serious. Like if you're a coach coming in and you can't keep your star player because you don't want to pay him enough or whatever the issue is, I don't want to come there either because what are you going to bring to me so that I can be successful as your coach? If you can't keep your star player, why do I feel comfortable coming to coach your team? I don't.
To be honest, if it was me, right, and this whole shit with Harry Kane, I'm like, fuck it, just sell him, right? Then I can bring in a bunch of other young budding superstar strikers.
You don't survive as a coach with budding anything. You survive as a coach because you come in, you have a good first season, and then that gives you a leg up for the next. You know what happens when you come in as a new coach and you have a okay first season when your team expects you to be top 5 every year? I'll tell you what happens. You get 12 months, you're the fuck out.
They won't think that you're supposed to be top 5 when
that is absolutely wrong because I'm an Arsenal fan, and every time we lose 8 games in a row or 4 games in a row, it's out with this guy, in with the next guy. And it's been that same way for
you guys are delusional because you guys are gonna lose.
That's every single team that expects to be up there.
That's nuts.
It is, and I get it.
I mean, that part sucks because I'm like, I rather come in with players that are young and eager to do this rather than being held hostage by the quote unquote best player that if he gets hurt or some shit, my team is screwed.
But La Liga is a different league.
Yeah.
If you slip a little bit in the Prem, you're 10th. You're not.
What James is saying is that
you're 10th.
He'd rather follow a process, kind of like what Bayern's done, We're like we seem to be
different league. You guys have
and I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you because it's easier for La Liga or Bundesliga to create a process where you wipe the whole team and then you get a new coach and all of that. There's not enough time in the Premier League because you get chewed up and you relegate and you might never even come back.
Yeah, you can get fourth 1 year, and then if you make one mistake, you're in 10th. And now you're not in Champions League, and now you're not getting your players because you're not getting the Champions League money. And then next year you're in 12th, and then you're in the second division.
I mean, the Spurs in Champions League.
No.
All right. Well,
I mean, which is weird, right? Like you'd expect a team of that caliber to be up there.
I mean, not really.
The Prem is fickle, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I get you. Like in terms of you have all these teams with history that like a bunch of different people support. That just doesn't mean that they're good, though. So
I get it. I'm just saying that the league is so fickle in that they just tell you to go fuck right off if you lose two straight games.
I've seen so many managers like manager name out.
Yeah,
Arteta out. Mourinho out.
Was
like.
Mourinho got more time than I thought. I have no idea how to do what you're asking me to do.
All right, no problem. I just had a really good meme that I wanted to share because you guys were talking about so much about the Premier League. But it's basically Kai Havertz kissing his girlfriend.
With the trophy.
The trophy. And the title says, Kai Havertz's girlfriend has touched more Champions League trophies than Arsenal, Man City, and Tottenham combined. It is my favorite meme forever.
Yeah, I've seen it. You fuck.
It's so accurate and true. I love it. Anyway.
So, I mean, yeah, I'd rather bring in my own player. Like, you got to have the backing of the owners, right? Like, all right, just give me 2 years so I can build this thing from the start, and then we can have a perennial team. And then I'll say, listen, look at Bayern. Look at the old Barcelona. Like, this is how they do it, and this is how they stay where they are.
It's a cycle.
And you have to look at a lot of the owners for the teams at the top of the Prem. This is all they care about.
Yeah.
So if all of a sudden they're not making money, they don't really give a shit if they're winning. If they
and that part sucks, man.
They can do something to get the fans back on board. They're all about it, which is why I'm. This is an aside, and I'll use it as my final thought. I think when you're looking at a team, if you're thinking about supporting one, or you want to support one, or you are supporting one, you're thinking about leaving, make sure that the owner is a fan. If you look at Leicester, the reason their championship was so huge was because their owner was the biggest fan of Leicester on the planet. And he did everything he could. He did the process, and it worked. It finally worked. And when he passed away,
rest in peace.
His son took over, and guess what? His son's a huge fan too.
Mm-hmm.
You look at what's happening with, especially Arsenal. They don't care about the fans as much as they care about the money, right?
I'll forever remain a Bundesliga fan.
And you will never. We might put together a good team, right? And he'll make tons of money, but he's more concerned with the like he'll get people off of the
I mean, he's a businessman.
Wages. Yeah, he's a businessman. And so you can't really build up from the inside out doing that kind of thing. So just be real cautious. Be aware of what your team is doing, because it's really clear when your team's going sideways or down. And it's not always clear when it's going up, but when it's going up, I guarantee you it's because there are people on the inside doing what's right for the team as opposed to doing what's right for their pockets. So
imagine if we were all the owners of our respective teams.
Awesome. I'd be negative $400 billion in debt.
Yeah. But hey, living in London and enjoying it.
I mean, I'd have everybody on my
major
team.
Changes.
Neymar would be on Arsenal right now.
No, Neymar would never have left.
Oh no!
I just outdid you, dude.
No, Neymar would still be on Barcelona. Suarez would still be at Barcelona.
He could take off his girlfriend's birthday. I mean, his sister's birthday every year.
Yeah,
wouldn't even question it.
Fuck that. His girlfriend has a room at the stadium.
Damn.
I mean, his sister has a place at the stadium. Fuck it.
All right, ladies. I think we've gone way over what we needed to talk about.
I mean, but it was a big couple weeks, so you got it all out.
Hey, shout out to Kitty for fucking having to sit through all this conversation that he doesn't give a fuck about.
He definitely mutes us. No, I give him this. I give him this list, and he just runs forward.
Oh, that's all he does. I take the vibe. Fuck you, Kitty.
Yeah, timestamps. Mauricio, you're muted.
Damn it. I was saying
the microphone.
Yeah, I tittied it. I was saying no. Shout out Kitty for always helping out. And I'm sure he has to listen to us.
ASOS for life.
Yep.
We'll do something. We'll say if you're actually editing, Kitty, and then if you're listening to this part, you fucking suck. Let's see if he actually listens to it or not. But I love it, Kitty.
All right, boys. I gotta bounce.
I got around to. We'll be back for when the next stage
16 is over.
Yeah, unless something else happens. Like,
yeah,
we can do a quick pod at any point.
Hopefully, not another heart attack.
Yeah.
Unless it's mine, in which case it'll just be those two.
We'll just celebrate. Yeah.
I mean, all the games are this weekend, right?
Not all of them.
Not all of them. I think it goes till Tuesday.
Okay. I mean, shit, we can pod on Wednesday.
We'll be back next Wednesday, son.
All right, y'all. Love you,
all right, love y'all. Bye.
Good episode, guys.